And a good evening, everyone. Time now for Weather News, the evening edition with J7409. The news you can use and the name that you know. All right, I've got all kind of things to talk about. We got some possible tornado activity that could spawn in areas tomorrow. If you're in any of these flooding zones, I'll get to all that in a moment. That's where the chances are. For tonight around 7 p.m., this is what it's looking like. We got fog over on the Virginia, also North Carolina coast goes right on up to Delaware, fog on the coast, and some in the mountainous areas of Virginia, North Carolina. Also, other than that, when we go further north, we got some snow, light to a little heavier going on in Maine, a little bit of ice line along with rain in Vermont and New Hampshire. And of course, we got rain over in Massachusetts, Connecticut, Long Island, and New York. Now, moving down south a little more on the coast, very light sprinkles, only a 20% chance of maybe a sprinkle. Most of the rain is going to stay offshore in Florida. If you do get some, your wipers might have work them on intermediate for 1 or 2 minutes. It's not going to be a lot, okay? But when we come over to the areas of Tennessee, Alabama, Mississippi, parts of Missouri, Oklahoma, parts of Texas, that's where the heavier rain's going to be. Also, some of the heavier rain's going to be up in West Virginia and Pennsylvania. As we move on along, we have light rain for a big portion of Texas, snow in the other places, and out in Montana, the wind will be picking up around 7 p.m. this evening. It will be blowing, so keep that in mind if you're traveling, okay? 10 p.m. tonight, these systems seem to move on across 1 a.m. in the morning, 4 a.m. in the morning. Do we have any hazards for tonight? 7 p.m. We still have that blizzard going on in Montana where the red is. Other than that, it's winter mixes for hazards in these areas. It's purple. Also windy down in a little portion of Texas and in New Mexico. Other than that, we have the winter mix up in New York and the northern states up to Maine. The other biggest deal is the threat of flooding. Hazards for 10 p.m., they just about stay the same. Some of them switch around a little. You can see where they are. So far as the sky cover, 7 p.m., looking kind of cloudy where this system's moving. 10 p.m., 1 a.m., and 4 a.m. So what will we do? Let's go over to tomorrow morning around 7 a.m. Okay, guys, you see the red? Yep, that's severe weather. That is severe weather. And I'm going to show you some things in just a moment. You guys, you really need to pay attention because this is going to move. I just want to talk about the rain and the severe weather, and I'll come back to the rest in a moment. But this is at 7 a.m., at 10 a.m., 1 p.m. You can see it's moving in parts of Louisiana, Texas, also Arkansas, western Tennessee, and in parts of northern Mississippi. Severe. That's just the weather. We hadn't even got to the hazards. 4 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. Hazard-wise at 7 a.m. in the morning, it's looking just about like it did. You got the drill. Wherever you see this, it's like watches, warnings, snows, things of that sort. 4 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. Sky cover at 7 a.m. in the morning, 10 a.m. in the morning, 1 p.m. in the afternoon, and 4 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. Where the severe weather was showing up, well, that's persistent rainfall, mainly north of I-40 through Saturday and over all of the Mid-South Saturday night. I wrote in a comment to one of my friends, yeah, it's not much now, but look out for tomorrow and especially tomorrow night because you're going to get the worst of it. Then in western Tennessee. Now, river flooding and aerial flooding of lowlands to continue. Flood watches in effect through early Sunday morning north of Clarksdale to Corinth line there. But the severe storms are possible Saturday afternoon through Saturday night over the Mid-South. Tornadoes are possible, especially in the highlighted area. Now, you see it, you know if you live in the highlighted area or not, okay? There it is right there. Severe thunderstorms are possible Saturday afternoon through Saturday night over all of the Mid-South, and tornadoes are possible. Okay, we have these warnings out. I'm not going to read all of the counties, okay? Tipton. There's Tipton County. Tipton County is in this. This is for all of the different counties. You know which county you live on. It's the hazardous weather outlook for the portions of East Arkansas, the Missouri Boot Heel, North Mississippi, and West Tennessee. Now, the persistent rainfall is going to continue. You may not have had much now, but it looks like you may be getting some, okay? Mainly north and west of Clarksdale, Mississippi to Memphis to Paris, Tennessee line. Aerial flooding of rural lowlands and river flooding will continue as well as in the urban areas. Now, Saturday through Sunday, okay? Locally, heavy rainfall is expected across all of the Mid-South, but especially along and north of Interstate 40 through Saturday night. After Saturday night, it's going to start to clear up for you guys. I just know it is. But you got to get through Saturday night, maybe a little into Sunday morning, but it's going to get better. It's not going to last that long. Now, there is an enhanced risk of severe thunderstorms Saturday afternoon into the evening hours, generally northwest of a line from Tupelo, Mississippi to Clarksdale, with a slight risk southeast of that line. Now, damaging winds, large hail, flash flooding, and tornadoes are possible. So, I'm not going to talk about this anymore. I just want you guys to be aware. So that's a quick rundown of the evening edition of the weather, what to expect tonight, tomorrow, possibly early into Sunday morning. This is from Tropical Tidbits. I'm going to leave you looking at the GFS latest model run. You can see these areas right in here. Of course, it's not going to be the same as the European model, but it's still there. So with all of this said and done, I think a lot of you guys are going to get rain in those areas that look like the severe. I know you're going to get it. Some will get more than others, but the conditions will be right. The temperatures will warm probably up into the upper 60s, maybe even the mid 70s or a little higher. The conditions will be right before they drop for a tornado to form. So please, please keep this in mind. Okay, please subscribe to my channel. Hover over the J7409, the subscribe button to come up. Just click it, click the bell, get all of my weather videos. I try to keep you informed as best as I can. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you for everything you do for me. And thank you for sharing these videos. That helps me to make people aware of what's going on around them so they can stay safe also. I love you guys so much. Be safe during the weather as it approaches and goes by us, in whatever form it may be, wherever you are in the U.S. Peace, love, and kindness to all.